Hey guys, what do we have going on here? Give me a second. I'm just back from my third walk for the day. I got one more I'm going to take later. A little more than I normally do, but still feels good. I'm going to bring up my desktop, see who. Hey, Stuart. Read that comment in just a minute. There we go. Hey, Songho. Hey, Riley. Welcome back, my friend. Let's see. Stuart says, Yogi, you're going to have to start going horizontal for your for live streaming. YouTube doesn't monetize vertical live after November. I can't remember when in November, but YouTube won't monetize it. I hadn't heard that. I actually can't do a horizontal screen, horizontal live. I mean, I could, but not until February, as I'm supposed to be. Hey, Jace, I'm supposed to be beta testing the new it's the Jewel program, which is taking the place of super stickers. It doesn't seem to be working for me though. I have it set up, but every time I click on the uh, super tap, the little money icon, it doesn't show up. Don't know why. And the people who are doing this are being very slow in getting back to me with my difficulties. Stuart says, thanks again. Sniper says, thanks again, Stuart, for being my first ever live stream. Wow, Sniper, I didn't realize you did a live stream today. Or was it last night? Jace says, Riley, hello. I'm sorry I missed that. Riley says, hey. And Jace says, sorry I missed it too. Jace will be right back. Appreciate that, guys. I'm glad to hear that you're inspired to do a live stream, Squirrel. Hey, Dottie. Dottie, I just saw some of your stuff on Instagram just a little bit ago. Jay says, nothing showing on your page, Squirrel. Sniper says, Jay says only on for 4 minutes, just checking out the features and settings, ready for carvings and climbing. Nice. Jason's waving at Dottie. So how's everyone's Sundays going? Let's see, Pike Crew? Did I get that right? Or is it Pig Crew? So slow. Hello, my friend. How are you? Buddy says, thanks, Eric. Yeah, it's very bright in the cab. Sniper says, Jace, it all goes to private straight away. I'm not sure how it goes public yet. Weird. It should go straight to public, I would think. Daddy says, Jace, hi there. Because I haven't 1,000 subs yet. Picro says, my uncle's a YouTuber. Nice. What does he do? You want to share his stuff? If you share your uncle's stuff, we can support him. Jay says, in the setup page, Sniper, set visibility to all and do the age restrictions. Will work then. Excellent suggestion. David says, hi. Hey, David. Sniper says hi to Dottie. Jay says, if you want a video call when you set up next. I can walk you through it. Awful kind of you, Jace. So says, is that before live stream? That's a good question. Daddy says, when you go on live, squirrel? Hey, Buddha. How are you, my friend? Buddha says, hey, Yogi. Nice to see you. Buddha's saying hi to everyone. How are you, Buddha? Jay says, yes, Squirrel, you can set these in the studio. There are extra features there. Hey, Anna Greek. Long time no see. That's for sure. How have you been? So it says, I can see it in my library under live. So yeah, probably, I guess, set to private then. No one else can see it. Buddha says, good, just bought to go heat up my food. I'm good. How are you, sir? I'm good. I am good. Just back from a walk. Just a short walk. This is my third for the day. Went around actually, technically, it's my fourth. Just went around the pond with Milka and Misty. Daddy says, hey to Buddha. Buddha says, I was going to cook, but my mom has lasagna in there with my bison meat. Jay says, Eric, have you set your memberships and the trial part up in studio? What do you mean, Jace? Buddha says, that's good walking. It is. You know, I was a runner forever. Well, I ran for training, which is different than being a runner. And then about 2009, 2010, I became an ultra runner. Did that for a decade. Now I'm just happy to get out and walk. Sometimes run when I feel like it. But it's a much, much easier and more relaxed than when I was consumed with mileage and getting in my training. Never a good thing. Never a good thing to be consumed by anything. Sepa says, I'm only on the phone. Can access the studio through there on only laptop and PC. You can, but you might need to download the YouTube app, YouTube Studio app. But Jason's going to be able to help you much better than me. Jay says you may have to activate features from YouTube Studio. All the main settings are there. For the beta thing, for the Joule thing, I did all of that. I followed directions that they sent me. It's just not working. But it says, hey everyone, I missed. I think you got us all. Hey, Leo. Leo says, much love, Yogi brother. What's up, Leo? What are you doing this Sunday? Snapper says, I'll check the app out. You can access from Google Chrome too. Just use same login details. Nice. Hey, I see our friend Skeeter is live right now. If anyone wants to pop in and say hi. What I'm going to do is pop in and say hi too. Just support. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to share him out. Best way to help a channel. share it out. Put it up on your community page. Hey, Janice, how are you? Janice says hi. Leo says waiting for Oscar to get home for a quick workout with him. You guys going to do it live? I'll be on the lookout for you. Just want to say hi to some people here. So guys, don't forget, if you're not subscribed to Skeeter, you can access his channel from my community page. There you go. Just want to make sure I get everyone. Our friend ATC is over there. Boy, I had a good time hanging out with him last night. He's a funny guy. All right. I'm going to leave him up and running. Get him some watch hours. Let's see. Kenneth says, I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. Stuart says hello. Jay says, I've got 20 minutes till my session. What's on the plate for today, Jace? What are you going to be doing? Stuart says, hey, Jace Yogi. It took me a second. Took me a second to decipher that. Hey, Mercedes, my friend. Mercedes says, hey, Yogi. Stu Meister, hey. Stu Mister. Making sure I caught everyone. So speaking of members, Jace was asking about the members. And our good friend Easy was very kind as to become a member. I'm going to start either tonight or tomorrow. Maybe I'll talk about it tonight and start it tomorrow. Do a 21-day gratitude challenge. Everyone likes a challenge, right? Remember how I talked about Meister Eckhart, the great German mystic, 12th century, I believe. Maybe it was the 13th century. He wrote a little prayer. Not even a prayer, more of a quip, more of a quote, more of a saying. If the only prayer one ever says the entirety of their life is thank you, that would be enough. And how I took it to heart and I started practicing every morning, saying thank you, thank you, thank you, no matter what. Hey, Tandra, how are you, my friend? Let's see, only light today, burpees for me. Gotcha. It was a light day for me, too. Nadim says, so Eric, it's been a week. I'm sober, all because of your motivation. Nope, all because of you. All because of you. You had that in you your entire time. What we did, all of us here, particularly Jace and Squirrel Sniper, is just hold that mirror up to you. You had that in you. Let's see, Nadim says, I've just poured all the alcohol in the sink. So it's been a week. That's your best, right? You were making it like 2 days, and on the third day, giving in to temptation. Jason Zanine, well done. Keep it going. Absolutely, keep it going. Hey, Austin. Nice to see you, my friend. Austin says hi to everyone. Let's see. Cordova says, hi, man, I'm back. Hey, welcome back. Appreciate you being here again. So I think what I'm going to do, and like I said, I'll set it up tonight for members and also talk about it, of course, here for non-members. No one needs to be a member. But, you know, definitely want to do something special-ish, specialer for the people that are kindly supporting the channel. The 21-day gratitude challenge. Can you wake up every day and say thank you? Nadim says, I need all your support and motivation. You got it. We are here for you. Nadim says, I've just stopped counting the days, and I'll just keep myself busy into the exercise. Exercise, nature, creativity. Hey, you're going to have a lot of emotional, mental, and physical energy now. Use it, not just for the exercise. Be creative. Paint or draw or write. Keep a journal. Keep a gratitude journal. Be grateful every day. Be grateful for this newfound sobriety. Be grateful for the new life that you have. Be grateful for the fact that you can start a new relationship with your wife now. Everything's different. You are literally reborn right now. The older Nadim, the one who took part in activity that didn't serve him, is no longer present. Gone. Maybe do some meditating, some breath work. Happy to help you with that. Hey, Nightmare. I decided long ago to not count my sober days. Hey, poor man. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't count how many days I drank, so why count how many days I was sober? It was enough. And as I've mentioned before, it's always only day one. Each day you're given the gift of this day. All you have. Stay sober today. When tomorrow comes, stay sober then. But take it each day at a time. Poor man says, afternoon, Yogi man. Nice to see you. What's on the agenda for you, poor man? I know you're going to do some kind of workout. Cutover says, how life city? Do I live in a city or? I live in a sort of a strange city, combination city-town. It was actually one of the first new cities. It was built, a planned city. And then it was built, incorporated in 1969. It's a beautiful area. I was just talking to Mocha though. I really think its heyday was in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s. Neve says, eventually I just feel better than earlier. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Poor man says, went to Buddy's place for a Tyson fight. I actually think I had more fun not drinking. It makes a difference, doesn't it? Neve says, I will be sober for the rest of my life now. Just promise myself now. It's an end of alcohol climax now. Nice city. For me, it was really just stepping aside from that life. That's why I didn't go to meetings. Nothing against, if you need a meeting, go to a meeting. I do like the 12 steps because it's a complete spiritual path. Even if you don't have an addiction, it's a great way to go through life. Let's see. Cutover says, I'm from Iran. Welcome from Iran, my friend. I'm trying to think if we've had anyone from Iran before. I know we've had people from Iraq, from Turkey, Saudi. Poor man says, just got 5K with 50-pound vests. I think it's a 50 anyway, if not more. We can just say heavy. We know it's heavy, that's for sure. Poor man says, probably do a live later. Maybe one pump's shoulders need a break. Yeah, you've been putting in some big work. Neve says, I've just shifted to Turkey now. Where are you from originally, Nadim? Are you Turkish by birth? Poor man says, I got to fill that sandbag too. You know, if you fill it today, you're going to want to use it. I got my new kettlebells on Thursday, and I thought, all right, I'll start with the new ones on Friday. And I took them out of the box, or on Monday. I took them out of the box on Friday and thought, nope, I got to use them. Poor man says, be cool to use it alive. Yes, sir. Yeah, it always is. Something new. Denise says, basically, I'm from India. Earlier I was in UK. Gotcha. India. India is the birthplace of many things that I love. Hey, Life, Go on Life is here, says Nice like done. I appreciate that. Says, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. It's going to be a shortish live stream. We're going to try to do an hour. I'll be back a little bit later after that. Nightmare says, Pokemon, Poor Man is out here lifting buildings. Man, he's a beast. Do I know Mumbai? It's Mumbai, or Mumbai, right? Not much. Not much, to be honest with you. Jason's waving at Go on Life. Nightmare says, so Life. Neve says, I will give you an invitation to my home country. Well, thank you. Nightmare says, Pokemon. Well, you know, we do have Pokemon. We do have a Pokemon here. I haven't seen him for a bit, though. Life says, say Jace. So when I mess up, my mess ups are, there's a connection. There's a connection to my messing up. It's not random. Let's see. We Iranians are not Arabs. Iraq is an Arab country. Turks speak Turkish, and we speak Persian. Gotcha. Gotcha. At one time, Iran was called Persia, right? Rumi, the great Sufi poet, was Persian. Life says, hi, Nadim Sheikh. Format says, as long as you don't chase Pokemon Nightmare. Life says, where are you from? Who's that, Life? Nightmare's laughing. I think Nightmare is keeping a running. I think he has a notebook. He has a journal keeping track of my every misspeak. And very conveniently, I provide at least, what, maybe half a dozen per live stream. It's the least I can do, you know? I try to keep my friends happy. So the power of gratitude, guys. That's why I started the live stream with that little practicing. What did I say? Practicing kindness, practicing peace, practicing gratitude. We think that gratitude is something that we just spontaneously feel, and it is, but it also has to be cultivated. And most of us don't cultivate it. Nightmare says it's official. I think Yogi has messed up every person's name in the live. Let's see. I'm not sure if I've gotten Jace yet. Doesn't mean it won't happen. Fortunately, Jace, so, you know, such a nice name, easy to say. It's almost Yogi proof. It's almost Eric proof. Almost. Not sure if I messed up Tundra. All right, you know what? Leo. I have not messed up Leo. But you know what? Just because I haven't yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Riley is back. Welcome back, my friend. Nightmare says, Jace is a survivor. Now I'm afraid that I've Jace says it's not my real name, Eric. I know, but I'm sticking with Jace. I'm sticking with Jace. Riley says, can I get mod now? So we're going to do it on a trial basis. How's that sound, my friend? I appreciate you coming back. Let's see. Yeah, eventually. Everyone's on the list to eventually I'll mess up your name. Let's see. Kodeva says, Yogi, do you like watching movies? You know what? I haven't watched a movie in a long time. I used to, and I don't know why. It just has sort of drifted away. My life's gotten very, very quiet, very tranquil, very serene, even in the midst of some otherwise difficult things going on. And I don't want to jinx it. As I don't want to jinx mispronouncing anyone's name. I don't want to jinx when something is going the way it feels right now. How about you? I do have a lot of older favorite movies though. And I do like watching clips. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's my attention span. Riley says, okay. Life says, now I'm understanding more English fluently. My listening skills improved. That's awesome, Life. Riley says, Jay, thank you. You're welcome. Hey, Miss Blipper. Miss Blipper says, hellos. Anna Greek says, Eric, I had a long time to visit because I sleep early. I wake up at midnight. Really elevated. What do you mean? Alleviated. Sorry. What do you mean waking up really alleviated? I sleep at afternoon. My schedule is not too much different. I'm usually asleep by 7:30ish. I'm up at about, today I was up at about 2:20. Jay says, okay, it's that time. So I have to go. See you all soon. Be happy and healthy. You too, Jace. Hey guys, you want to see a fantastic workout? Jace isn't going on out. It's a light session for him. But even his light sessions, Jace has made himself fit. That's the amazing thing. You can go back and look at his workouts from, I guess it's been what, 20 weeks or so now for Jace? Maybe more, maybe a little bit less. He will be live in just 1 minute. Actually, he's live now. I should have asked him to drop his link, but I think probably most of you are connected. He's there with Xena. Give a quick listen.
Hours ago, nothing settled. So, Eric, thank you for coming to Dream Show. Welcoming Mercedes and Jamie's. I've got 4 of you here at the minute. 3 of you at the minute. Timo, hello, brother.
All right, that's our friend Jace. Emma says, I must say, Eric, what app was my favorite? What app, yo? You know what? I think that might be my favorite too. ATC says, what is good, Legends? Hey, ATC, how are you? So, Codover, what about you? You like watching movies? I love to read. I read more than pretty much anything. Yeah, so Anna Greek, my schedule's only slightly different than yours. Riley says, I got a stomach bug. I'm sorry to hear that, Riley. Hope you're feeling better by tomorrow. ATC says, sees and hear this country boy thought he woke up early. I've always sort of gotten up early. When I had to be when things got really bad with my dad and I was his critical caregiver, and had to wake up and do the medication and help him with all kinds of stuff, basically everything. I I knew I was a more effective caregiver, a better son, a better person, a better human being when I meditate. It's just been part of my life since, man, a committed part of my life since the early 90s. And my father knew as well that I was a more effective caregiver when I meditated because it just alleviates stress. So I wanted to get up before my dad woke up, and he woke up pretty early. So I started getting up earlier and earlier. When he passed away, I found myself just spontaneously getting up between 2 and 2:30, no matter what time I went to bed. Just enjoying that quiet time in the morning. This is the time every spiritual tradition says, in the yogic tradition, Brahma Muhurta, the hours of God. It's a fluid time. The Sufi poet Rumi said, this is when we're closest to God. We're always close to God, but this is when we know it, when we feel it, in those sacred hours. Plus, I like getting out with my camera as early as possible. Get in nature when it's either getting up for the day or going to bed for the night, going to bed for the morning. Nightmare says, did you say you get up at 2 a.m.? Great, now I feel like I feel you again. Well, I get up at just a little after 2, usually about 2:15, 2:20. A lot of people ask, do you feel like you're missing anything going to bed at 7:30? And absolutely not. I've been down that road, where I thought I needed to stay up late and cram as much in as possible, mainly being alcohol. Kodama says, have you watched the movie The Walking Dead? It's very beautiful. The movie The Walking Dead. The movie or the TV series. I don't recall a movie. I did watch the first season of The Walking Dead, and I thought it was good. And I started watching the second. Couldn't get into it. Riley's eating ribs tonight. Enjoy. I hope it goes okay with your stomach bug. Hey, Runner Boy. ATC says, I'm up at 4:30 every morning, feed the livestock, and have a coffee on my deck, watching the sunrise. Man, I love the sunrise. Sunsets get all the glory, but there's some subtle magic about the sunrise. Start of a brand new day. Yeah, I have my coffee at 4. My 1 cup. It's 4 o'clock is when I sit and write. So I'm up at 2:30, 2:20, 2:15. And I do my breath work. I wake up every morning. I mention this. I say thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times. I do my breath work. Take care of bathroom needs. I sit and I meditate anywhere from 20 minutes, sometimes an hour, but not often an hour, usually 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I do my first round of yoga, another 30 minutes or so, and then coffee's brewing while I'm doing my yoga. I do my standing yoga, I put water on the boil, then I do my lying yoga. So Yogi, I'm sitting at 1950 now, and YouTube holds 5 days, so you're over 2,000. Life is waving. Nightmare says, Miss Flipper says, I love sunrise. Me too. Again, that's called the Brahma Muhurta, the hours of God. I think I finally got into a decent sleep schedule. Taken almost 6 months to get back to normal. Good for you. I know it's a difficult thing to get to that sleep hygiene schedule. Let's see. Anna Greek says, Eric, I'm happy that Trump got elected. He is smart and good for the country. True patriot. I have a different opinion, but I won't get into it. anytime it's come up in the past few days, he's not my person for sure. But it's not for me to make anyone else right. It's not for me to make anyone else wrong. Life says, therefore, do not mistreat the orphan. 10, nor rebuff the seeker. 11, but proclaim the blessings of your Lord. Thank you, Life. Hey, Ghost King. And Greek says, you know why he is so much friend with Elon Musk? My guess is profit, but ATC says, sometimes if I know the sunrise is going to be a good one, I will light a morning campfire and cook breakfast outside. Nice. Man, that sounds like a perfect morning. What's the typical cook outside breakfast? Riley says I was up at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Well, you're not feeling good, right? Roxanne Wolf, Funtime Foxy, and Pluck Trap. Did I say that right? P-L-U-C-H. Pluck Trap from says hi. Man, I thought I had a long name. Yours is pretty awesome. Roxanne Wolf, I like that. Boy says, why hope, but the lives haven't been so good, so it might go down. I hope not. Man, I think you should be going live every day, Runner Boy. Riley says, I hate getting stomach bugs. Yeah, I bet. It's been a little while for me. Runner Boy says, Trump walks with his upper torso leant forward. It's a bit odd. A little bit. Yeah, Life, I thought that was from the Quran. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Runner Boy says it was switched back by 5 today. Feels strange. Yeah, it'll be dark by 5 here too. That's in another 3.5 hours or so. Life says, I feel good vibes from your side. Thank you, Life. I hope so. Let's see. Cutover says, Yogi, can you tell me your last name? Yes, it is McCarty. MCC, capital C for the second one, ARTY. Optimod, my friend. How are you, Timo? This is Premier Sunday, guys. Nightmare says, have a good one, guys. Thanks, Nightmare. Appreciate you hanging out. Miss Pippa says, do you have an opinion about idol worship? I don't know if I have an opinion. I actually recently have read a bit upon the actual meaning, and I'm trying to remember where I read it in. That any false idol is an idol of the ego. Completely. That's probably the most important false idol that we have, and we don't even realize that we made it. Riley says I woke up at 3 p.m. Is that because you're not feeling well? Stuart says, Jason, my brother. Wonderboy says, Yogi, you should try living your routine, but with no clocks or alarms. So you have to do it all by feel. I have my alarm set at 2:22, and I almost never need it. Very seldom. I don't know why I set it 2:22. Before it was set at 2:27. It's just random. I seldom ever need it. I'm always up before the alarm goes off, usually by 10-15 minutes. But really, the only thing I look at on the clock is when Mocha's coming over, so I can be ready for her, and my live streams. ATC says, typical cook outside, Breakfast is whatever you could cook on your stove inside a cast iron pan. My favorite is steak, eggs, stewed tomatoes, and campfire toast. That sounds good, except for the tomatoes. But that's just a personal thing. Stuart says, "Hey Timo, I'd love to comment." Runner Boy says, "For a week." I'm pretty much already there, Runner Boy. Timo says, "Slow Stuart, Fish Whisperer, the second best fisher in the world." I've been meaning to ask. So who's the first? Who was the first? Stuart said, "Brad, my brother, sent you a message on meat." Poor man says, "Runner tried some pull-ups yesterday with a 40-pound vest. It was interesting." How do you like doing pull-ups in a vest? I never cared for it too much. I'd rather just use a weight belt. Franklin says, "Yeah. Yeah, I guess you needed to sleep, Riley." Stuart says, "Nah, I'm the best." So depending on who the other one is, we need to have a fish off. Timo says, on tback.net is my website. Better we go to a mill and have that call. ATC says, "Just got it still, was driving to the lake for my live." How soon are you going live, ATC? See, everyone's saying hi. Riley says, "Tarksy is my second favorite YouTube, but you are my favorite YouTube." Hey, thank you for saying that, Riley. That's nice to hear. Man, I'm not much of a YouTuber. Me sitting here reading comments every once in a while, putting in a weird interjection. Interjection? Is that the word I'm looking for? So it says, "So DH, my brother." Runner Boy says, "Have you thought about painting the room a new color?" Never. Never thought about it. Not because they couldn't use a new paint coat. Not because a new color wouldn't be nice. Because I never think about doing work that I don't have to do. Ever. For someone who works out a lot and has a pretty, what appears to some to be a disciplined schedule, I am amazingly lazy, to be honest with you. So what is Tarksy? I never heard of that. What does he do? Or she? I'm going to look that up. But hey, Runner Boy, if you ever visit America and you want to come on over and paint the room a different color, I'm all for it. And Stuart gets the fart joke right off the bat. First one of the day. Just says he will be live in 18 minutes. 2 o'clock. Coincidentally, that is the time I'm going to be ending my live stream. It's going to be a shorter afternoon live stream. I'll be back in the evening. So it works out good. We can shift all over to ATC. Poor man says, "Digging the vest pull-ups." It felt restrictive. ATC says, "Huh, I never would have thought my vegan buddy would appreciate my steak and eggs and not like my tomatoes." I hadn't thought of it that way before. You know, steak and eggs sounds like a good campfire breakfast. Tomatoes, I'm not a fan of tomatoes. I can do tomato sauce, although I haven't in a really long time. Almost every other vegetable, though. Technically, tomatoes being a fruit. Maybe that's the problem. Tomatoes can't make up their mind what they are. Something a little shifty about a tomato, if you ask me. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. What's a fruit going around posing as a vegetable for? Definitely hiding something. Front boy says orange. See, now here's the thing. An orange is always an orange. It doesn't pretend to be a vegetable. It doesn't pretend to be anything other than an orange. You gotta appreciate a good orange. Songo says, hi, friend. Songo, how are you, my friend? Miss Flipper says, hi to Optimum. Hey, Sabine. Sabine says, hello, Yogi Eric. And Greek says, even the most expert biologists are unable to describe how the human body functions. They're just on the surface. This is a miracle. Just on the surface. I like the way that sounds. I agree. Just on the surface. We think we know so much, and really we don't even know if we're on the surface. We might just be on the surface of the surface. Nicely said, Anna Greek. I agree. Altamop says, hi, Miss Flipper. Greetings from Switzerland. Runnerboy says, I got 2K raisins. That is about 1.9K too many raisins, if you ask me. Now you guys are touching on all the things that I dislike. ATC says, nobody can convince me tomatoes are a fruit. I don't know. We got some pretty good debaters here. Riley says he does Minecraft streams. Gotcha. So how did I end up beating him out for number 1? Timo says, always land with a parachute. That is, there you go. I'm a no landing list. I did never land with airplane. Never jump. Always land with a parachute. Is uncommonly good advice. Very sound advice. And Greek says, science knows only the 1% of truth. And I think science is limited. I'm all for science. My dad was a science teacher. I got tons of science books. I love everything about science. But I think something was lost. You know, the quantum physicists, the original quantum physicists, were as much mystic as they were physicists. But now everything is settling into this materialistic mindset. One boy says, okay, I'll paint it neon green. Hey, if you come all the way over, you can paint it whatever color you want. Life says, hi, Timo. Optimum, sorry. Life says, how are you backs? Miss Flipper, that was funny. Tomatoes are night shady. They are pretty shady, aren't they? That's why I don't trust them. That I agree 100%, and I agree. The worst thing is that scientists think they know everything. They never used to. I think it's only been maybe the last 50 years. Optimus says 1 hour is one of my best premieres to see. I made 3 cams outside the car and 1 backs cam synchron. Nice. 1 hour, guys, and there is the link. I hope to see you guys there. I will be there for sure. I don't think I've missed a Sunday. Hey, Ashley Sauce says, remember? I do remember. Runner Boy says, nah, I like raisins. They're good. They are grapes that have been desold. Perfectly good grape. And they took the soul out of it and left it a dry husk of what it formerly was. It's a sad, sad affair. We should be mourning raisins. We should literally be in grief every time we see a raisin for what they once were. And now no longer. They should be buried. One of us says I have half flame raisins as well. What is a half flame? Miss says, what else besides tomatoes and raisins? I don't know. I don't know until we get there. So the more we talk, the more that will be revealed. Mocha could probably point things out. Mocha's firmly convinced that I am the weirdest person possible. And she has good reasons, being with me for almost 23 years. Imagine people think that I'm patient. People think that I'm, I have a well-earned sense of peace. And I do, and I am patient. But imagine how patient Mocha must be for almost 23 years of this. You guys think that I just talk about this on my live streams? I talk about this. I'm either, if someone's with me, I'm talking about all the stuff that I'm talking about now, or I'm not talking at all, completely silent. You have been warned. If you ever see me in person, don't hit the go button. Don't hit the button that gets me started. ATC says, if the criteria that makes tomatoes a fruit is that it has seeds and grows on a vine, then what are green beans a fruit? It's a good question. That is a good question. Let's find out. You know what? While I'm on the subject, we could throw peas into the mix. Peas into the things that I don't care for. Oddly enough, I will do pea protein. Pea protein powder. Are green beans a fruit? They are a vegetable. Subgroup of vegetables. They're a legume. Well, wait a minute. Botanically, legumes are the fruits of the matured ovary of plants. Why does that seem like the most unappetizing thing in the world? If someone said, would you like to sit down to a bowl of fruits of the matured ovary of plants, what would you say? If someone invited you to dinner to have some matured ovary, who would jump at the chance? Oh man, ovary. It's my favorite. I have it every Easter. Runner Boy says, flame raisins have sunflower oil added somehow. Huh. Don't know why. Riley says, I don't like Minecraft. Why don't you like Minecraft? Why don't you like Minecraft? And what do you like? What kind of games do you like? Optimop says, hi to Riley. Ashley says, in India, ancient texts, there was every secret of the universe. Are we talking about the Upanishads? I was just reading. I'll see if I can find it. There it is. I have it up. Above the senses is the mind. Above the mind is the intellect. Above the intellect is the ego. Above the ego is the unmanifested seed, the primal cause. Straight from the Upanishads. Hey, did I miss a verse? Life? I don't think so. I don't see anything that I missed. Or does you saying you gonna read one? You gonna read another verse? Timo says it was much work to edit this movie. If you guys, when you watch it, you might not appreciate how much work goes into it because it's just so beautiful. It's seamless. And when something is like put together like that, you never really think about the back end, how much work goes into it, because you're just struck by the beauty of it. But when it's done, take a moment and pause and think, man, to get it to be that good, that flawless, and that beautiful, that took a lot of work, a lot of effort. Timo is a genius at editing. Always picks the right song. So it says, see my brother, reply sent. Strawberries are the only fruit with the seeds on the outside. You know what? I should have known that because you can see them, but it never even occurred to me. And I have strawberries almost every day. Runner Boy says, beef protein, if that's what you like, I won't judge. I sense a little judgment there, though. I did sense a little judgment. Anna Greek says, this is because strawberry is the flower body. Nice. Interesting. You get away from going life. You got another verse for us, life? Franklin says, like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 GTA, Apex Legends, and I don't like Minecraft because so bored. Man, I haven't played any of those. If I were to play a video game, I'm a Batman fan. I think I'd play, what is it? There's Arkham. There's another one. Is it Gotham? Gotham Knights? I don't remember. Miss Pippa says, my daughter dreamed that God is a giant strawberry, and I did what she leaded me. I can see why. And who's to say? Who's to say? Timo says, thank you, Eric. That's why I made the making of videos. These are the only smart part and a time-lapse video of 1-2 hours in less than 2 minutes. But so can the audience get an idea how much time? That's a good idea. How much time it makes to make the movie. It's a good idea. There's just a lot of artistry behind it. And you gotta love doing it. And it shows. It's the thing with every good piece of art, is it shows. I couldn't do that. Even if I even if I had the skill, like if I sat down and said, Timo, teach me how to do this, it would never turn out the way it does for Timo, even if I had the same skill, because I don't have the love and the passion for that Timo does, and that makes all the difference. Not that I don't have love and passion for the things that I do. Sorry, didn't mean to say do. Like with my writing, I'm very meticulous in my writing, and I try to take away from my writing as much as I put in, meaning I don't want to use unnecessary words if I can help it. And if I find myself like adding to it, I know I'm writing from the ego, and I need to back up and take some things away. Riley says, I like. So, we learned a bit about fruits today. We learned a bit about flowers today. And vegetables. And we learned that legumes are the fruits of matured ovary of plants. Something I did not actually need to know. But there you go. Miss Flipper kindly lets me off the hook and says, it's okay to say doo-doo. Thank you. I appreciate that. Riley says, doo-doo, you're laughing. Well, you know, I like to think of this as a friendly, family-oriented channel. Riley's laughing. Glad we can make you laugh, Riley. It's a good thing Nightmare still wasn't here, or he would have a field day with me saying doo-doo. All right, so in 15 more seconds, I will hit my 1 hour mark. That was what I was shooting for today for the afternoon. I got a few things to do before I go live again, which is at 5:25. Let's see. Timo says, hey, Eric, my friend, good news. The Optimob channel is only 96,590 subs from 100K away. The glass is half full. Stay optimistic. An excellent reminder, a funny reminder, always makes me smile, always makes me laugh, from our friend Optimob. And you know what? He is optimistic for good reason. And it rubs off. Optimob keeps me laughing, and it keeps me optimistic every time. And you know what? Maybe what? Every week, every 2 weeks. And here's the really amazing thing about our joke, is that it's less and less and less. So actually, the glass is a little over half full. It's getting there. Optimob says it works. Believe. Absolutely. Our friend, Love Our Toy Pops, her goal, she is shooting for 100K, and I think she can do it. And I've mentioned before, I think that Optimob is a 100K channel. I believe it 1,000%. I don't have Discord, Riley. A friend, Night Watcher, not Nightmare, but Night Watcher, he made a Discord thing. Something about, I think he called it the basement or something like that. But I just couldn't bring myself to really use it. Timo says, do what you love. Absolutely. That's it. That's the secret. It doesn't have to be for a career. You know what makes all the difference in the world? One, I mentioned before, gratitude. Because when you are grateful for what you have, grateful for what you're doing, you start seeing things differently, and you start becoming appreciative of all the other gifts that you have in your life. But also, have a secret love that you do. You don't ever have to tell anyone about it. It could be editing videos. It could be making something beautiful on YouTube. One beautiful video. It could be drawing. It could be origami. But something creative that is just for you. And you don't need to think of it as this is going to be my vocation, that this is my dharma, my purpose. It's just a little creative display of spirit. And everyone needs it. Everyone needs it. Optimob says, making movies is my passion. And that's how I can see the difference. That's why what Timo does is a work of art. If Timo was just technically skilled and did it, it would be awesome. It would be great. But what makes it a work of art is that he loves. It is his passion. So when you put passion and skill together, and also the fact that Timo's always learning, which he will mention to you. He's always learning. So he's always perfecting his craft. And that's big. Optimob says, I love my real job, tbarker.net. We get some hearts from Optimob. He says, can I do what I love, honey? It wasn't skilled. I had so much to learn and have to learn. Yeah, you mentioned that. How, and you see it. You see it in the progression of your videos. Timo says, short as Sabine. And Sabine's laughing. Awesome. I'm still a beginner. There's a lot to be said with that mindset. The famous book, Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. Always have a beginner's mind. There's a famous Zen story of the scholar of Zen, read a ton of books on Zen, a very learned man, visited an actual Zen master, and proceeded to tell the Zen master everything he knew about Zen, on and on and on and on. The Zen master offered him a cup of tea. And as the scholar was talking and still telling him how much he knew about Zen, the Zen master kept pouring the cup, pouring the tea, pouring the tea, and pouring the tea until the cup overflowed. And the scholar flung it down and said, "What are you doing? My cup is full." You guys know the story, right? And the Zen master said, "Yes. And much like the cup, you are full of what you think you know about Zen. But the essence of Zen is the empty cup itself, the capacity." Timo says, "I'm always my hardest critic." Sabine says, "I want to become an energy worker." So, Sabine, what do we need to make that happen? Okay, just need to find the right schooling facility. Is it what's available for you? Timo says, "Always looking about the small details." That's how to do it. Always perfecting, and it's a loving thing. Smith says, "Exactly." Man, I think you would make an excellent energy worker. That's exciting, Sabine. All right, my friends, we're going to shut things down. Got a few things to do. I want to be ready. I'm going to check out Optimob, Sabine, and Timo, and Bax. Don't forget Bax. Sabine says, "Over here in Switzerland, it's nothing like that in my close distance." What about a online class? You can do some amazing things online nowadays. So that might be where to get started, Sabine. Sabine says, "Thank you, Eric." Absolutely. Riley says, "Bye. Take care, Riley. Thanks again for hanging out." Timo says, "Okay, take care, Eric, and chat up all. We will see you in just a little bit, my friend. Take care." Miss Blipper, thank you for hanging out. And all of our friends. ATC is live now too, I believe. Anna Greek, it was really nice seeing you. Go on live. Thank you for everything. Stuart, I will see you. Hopefully I'll see you later. And Runner Boy, Nightmare. Who else would we have? We had Poor Man's Gym. I think that was Codover. Our new friend, Roxanne Wolf, was here. All right, and I think some other people stopped in. With that, I gotta go. Let's see. I'm sorry. Did I miss some people pop in? Sweet says, "Talk to you soon, Eric. Take care. Have a beautiful day." You too, my friend. Riley says, "See you later." Optimob says, Eric Lapointe. Is he around? There he is. Hey, Eric. I didn't see you. My apologies, my friend. Eric Latractor. All right. Thanks for popping in, Eric Lapointe. Eric Lapointe says, "Another great live." The thumbs up. Thank you. I'm going to see everyone later. If you're around, I'll either see you at Timo's. Maybe I'll see you at ATC's. And coming back. I'll be live again at about 5:25-ish. All right, guys. Take care.